Chat, here we go. It is the beginning of the gauntlet in the road to 100,000 subscribers invitational. That's right. A tournament named after our run to try and get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So use this as your reminder to subscribe if you haven't already. But what are we watching? We're going to be watching a bunch of best of sevens today. The first one will be here at the bottom of the gauntlet with ApparentlyJack versus Wahvey. Wahvey came through the closed qualifier against a lot of other top 1v1ers that did not get the direct invite to the tournament and has become their champion in an attempt to steal away the prize money from the 4 invited players. The 4 invited players being Jack, Chronic, Diaz, and First Killers. Just the entirety of Gen G plus Diaz. Diaz coming out on top. He is waiting at the end of the gauntlet for the matchup against whoever makes it to him. Will it be a Gen G member, or will Wahvey find his way all the way through the entirety of the Gen G team? We'll have to see. Now, technically, his first matchup will be his easiest, although I don't know if Jack is going to be easy to beat. Wahvey and Jack played recently in the Mass Duelist. They both played on Octane in that one because that alt account only had Octane. They're both going to play Fennec when they play here in this rematch. And now it is best of 7. Jack won last time. Wahvey trying to play upset. But as I mentioned before, in theory, this is the easiest matchup because Jack unable to take down a match in pool play, but went to 2 game 5s. Went to 2 game 5s and seemed like he was on the verge of even beating the champion of the pool play, Diaz. That was probably his closest match, but ended up, I believe, getting reverse swept. He's going to try and change his fate now. All will be forgotten if pool play didn't go well, if somebody can just clutch up on our Championship Monday we have today. Jack launching this really strong towards the ceiling. I think he noticed that there was really nothing else he could do with a touch on the ball, so he tried to go for a bump. It's not going to work. Wahvey will counter. We saw Wahvey switch to this car yesterday when the TSM decal was no longer working. Looking like he's sticking with it here as Jack's going to win the race to the back corner boost, and Wavey's not going to be able to get a touch on the ball without having boost, so it'll be all Jacks for the long shot. Wahvey, a little fake to the side wall, and then we'll just take his goal. I want to watch it again from oh my goodness. Jack is toggling. Let me talk about this play real quick. Jack is toggling ball camera back and forth as he sees Wahvey going to pick up the midfield 100, and Wahvey ends up playing into that by cutting it back in field and convincing Jack to go all the way to the corner while he gets scored on. Now, in the meantime, 40,000 bits were just dropped by Vacanus. 40,000 bits is absurd. I've never even seen the little animation for 40,000 bits. Absolutely W in the chat for Vacanus, who has ridiculous support. Did he try and take the #1 spot? Is that what he just did? He did. He took the #1 spot on all-time cheerers. Saban's Rock yesterday took it away from Train, who hasn't been here in literal years, I think. So Train was not going to be someone he had to worry about. But unfortunately, he apparently reminded Vacanus that there's a bits leaderboard as well, and he wants to be on top of it. So he is now on top of it with, I think, 1 donation, pretty much. Yeah, the 40,000 took him all the way to the top. And now he's at top of gifted subs at 500 and all-time cheers at 40,000. My goodness. If you're watching on the YouTube, you might be wondering why I'm spending so much time on this when it doesn't make sense to you Twitch or you YouTube people, but trust me, Vacanus is a huge part of the 1v1 scene, not just for supporting me directly with bits, but also the prize pools he's been able to support. He is a top 1v1 sponsor, basically. Yeah, the top bits donator is a bit of a throwback list. That being said, back into the game after the massive donation from Vacanus. These guys trying to make Vacanus support worth it by putting on a good show, I'm sure. And you might be saying, well, why do they care about giving the money to Feer? Well, who do you think? put the money into this tournament. Jack. Air dribble resets. Gonna be denied. Wavy. Fake hook shots. Jack completely starved out. Gonna be a tough position to escape from as Wavy switches the field. Seems to be prioritizing playing keep away after the wave dash shot was not on target. I think the funniest thing, and the way that we could describe Backiness the best, is when I suggested, who do you think supported or paid for this tournament? And some people probably said, oh, Backiness, yeah. Behind the scenes, he probably just gave all the money. And that alone should give you an idea of how much he supports. That being said, this time, it is coming from the Feer Fund. Jack, ground pinch, and a follow-up 50 to put himself back within one. Wavy needed to get under that ball to chip it up over the top. Why is it the English flag and not the British flag? I actually used the Union Jack, right? Is that that's what it's called? The British flag for a bit when I first started. But it seemed like players preferred the more specific flag to their region. So I've just always used that ever since. Although I remember pretty much every English player that I asked was of the opinion that either one was fine. And they didn't seem to matter too much, but maybe slight preference towards the England flag. I'm sure someone from the region could give you more in-depth on why certain people want certain flags. Jack is proper English. That sounds like exactly a description why. The fact that you say proper English seems like there's probably a lot of arguments there. It's like politics? Yeah, that sounds like what it must be. Hopefully nothing gets too spicy. I am unaware of all the politics. So to me, it's just interesting. Jack, a fake. He's still in this one, but it's not going to be easy. 28 seconds. Wavy looking for consecutive bumps on Jack to ice out the game. As he 50s this one into the attacking corner. Now everything is just for style or for momentum going forward, because this is certainly a Wavy game win. And a little demo talking about momentum or mental edge. Wavy's making sure he still has it as the game winds down. He will turtle it to the ground and take game one in the best of 7. Game number 2, I mentioned it before this series started. I'm not sure if I talked about it too much once the game was on, but these two are playing in a rematch last time. Oh yeah, I did mention it. They played in the Octanes. Jack came down in the Mass Duelist last time. Both are, actually I shouldn't say both players. Jack knew he was playing against Wavy. Jack said after the end of the match, I'm pretty sure I'm playing against Wavy. The defense from Wavy is so good, it must be him. So Jack commending Wavy's defense. Now, Wavy was very sure he was playing against First Killer when he lost to ApparentlyJack 3-1. This time, he knows who he's playing against. I don't know if that will help him at all or not, but Jack, just like his teammate First Killer, is going to go to the ceiling. First Killer is finding a way to make a touch off the ceiling every single possession, it would seem. And Jack does it as well. Now, direct kickoff goal. Jack off to a good start in game number 2. Jack thought about going into the corner to take Wavy's boost, but he noticed Wavy was going to get back there first. Nice power slide catch. Jack getting to the right position. Wavy was nowhere close. probably could afford to be a bit slower and still score, but credit to Jack for getting the ball there ASAP. Jack just getting the reset and then floating down to the ground with no movement at all. Just liked his position right there, so held it and waited until he saw Wahvey make a move. Wahvey finally going to get on the board. I say finally, but he actually scores within the first minute, but only after going down 5-1. The wave dash kickoff to bump is something we see from him quite a bit. He will use it here. Jack playing with pace. Wahvey trying to close the distance off the kickoff. Maybe try and slow the game down, make it awkward for Jack, but he doesn't accept that. A couple heavy touches on his own back wall, and before he knows it, he's countering. 6-1, and we still are just barely into the game. We only just crossed over the minute mark, and there it is, 7-1. If these guys are playing in ranked, I guess 1v1 you can leave whenever you want, but the forfeit option would not even be available yet, and it's a 6-goal lead for Jack. Jack playing keep away. I think he expected Wahvey a bit closer there. Wahvey had fully backed off, so a heavy touch just plays into Wavey's hands. He gets to control it in the back corner now. See, fakes a flick, seeing Jack already in the air, and he killed his own bounce, which feels like not the best way to handle this possession, but he is eventually going to score. He should, by all means, unless something crazy happens. Great placement here from Wahvey, forcing Jack high. Jack trying to make a save. Actually got decently close, considering he was jumping off of that opposite wall. Wahvey pinching this out to the corner. Gonna turn into a Jack possession, and he uses the reset to slightly accelerate the ball, but not enough to throw off the defense. So Wahvey will save and get the counter. Did Vacanus drop the 4? Oh no. Oh, I get what you're saying. You were talking about the poll that was put in chat. I thought you were talking about the prediction. Jack's going to score again, re-extend the lead to 5. Back in it seems like he's speculating going back to the really tough to predict exact series matchup predictions. Jack resets into a 9th. He has been very effective. We talked about him commending Wavey's defense. Well, the reality is he won the series in which he did that. And he scored 9 against him here. He is on track for 18 goals in this one's game. I think that means Wahvey has to start cleaning up the kickoff, because there's no way that that happens if his kickoff is safe enough to win about half of them. He's going to play keep away. Jack jumping around left and right on his side of the field with 0 boost, wave dashing into those 2 pads and popping back up in the air again. Even though Wahvey had a really rough first minute, 5 goals with 2 to go is very possible if you're able to just mentally reset from the earlier parts of the game, especially if the person with the lead starts getting a bit too relaxed, which it seems like, at least on the last couple possessions, we have seen Jack ease off and give a couple freebies. The freebies usually begin to close the distance, but then a couple frustrating kickoffs or something after that, and it can really erase the lead. But Jack has no interest in any leads erasing. 104 km/h. He tried to chase Wahvey down. Didn't get the demo, so instead just put on a screamer of a shot in order to put the lead back to 5. Jack. Single jump off of his kickoff with low boost. Never really found an angle he felt good about. Unable to win the ensuing vie for control. Jack switching the field, which is interesting because he knows Wahvey got that back corner boost recently, so it's not like he's switching the field to starve him out. But it is going to work out well. He just didn't like that attack from that left corner deep in. Instead, was able to play a ball much further out from the net, one that Wahvey feels like he could go or try and dive on, and there's actual room for Jack to outplay him as opposed to trying to play in an impossible angle. Wahvey, a nice side flip to roll it past Jack off the kickoff. Wahvey told me to tell you to go next. He just doesn't want to say it. He's within 4 with a minute left to go, and it's an 11-7 game. You know, if it was a 4-goal game and it was 4-0, maybe it would feel over. But there have just been a ton of goals. If Wahvey can get back to the kickoff, I have 18 reasons to believe there will be a quick goal following that. But Jack denies this flick, and honestly, that save might be the game ender. Because not only is it not a goal, but it means 10 plus more seconds before we get another scoring chance for Wahvey. And he'll not be likely to get that. And enough. Jack using the last little boost he has to get back to the ball. So, 11-8, 17 seconds. Wahvey not listening to chat. Does not want to give up. Trying to prove why. Jack a little camera check to see if Wahvey's going to do a cheeky delay or something. So he knows how to react to it, but it's not going to pay off. Wahvey... Oh, never mind. It is going to pay off. Wavey's going to miss. And he's going to miss again. Somehow, some way, Wahvey had a chance there. He's going to drop with This Is Rocket League because that is a pretty impressive set of misses. Jack tried to just say GG, I think, which is double up on the D-pad, but the game wasn't over yet. So he just said, I got it. Yeah, that was definitely tragic, no doubt about it. He will get his 9th goal, but it's a 2-goal win as Jack ties the series. Game number 3. It may be time for some kickoff adjustments from both these players after an 11-9 game. Wahvey in net at just the right distance from the ball where he doesn't feel like he can go try and take it from Jack. If he uses that little bit of boost to chase out, then Jack's just going to pop it over him, likely to miss. So he wants to wait it out on the ground. Basically testing Jack, say, can you get enough power on this to make me miss? I feel better about my chances there, and the reality is the chances weren't good there either. So he gets scored on while waiting on the goal line. Now interesting demo. He wants to smack it off the back wall. Sees that as his fastest way probably to get his possession going and see if he can use that demo to his advantage, but I would say he did not. He ended up taking a bouncing ball out to the midfield that was not easy to protect, allowed Jack to take it away. Jack, ball carry, wanted the fake. Wahvey does well to just dive on the ball. And now dodging a couple demos. He knows he's got boost advantage right now against Jack, so not too afraid. Oh, nice play from Wahvey. Wahvey with a sidewall touch that under normal circumstances would probably not be followed up. It's just not one that you really can make a play off of, but Wahvey knew that it was going to be a race to the ball, and he got there quicker than Jack. We should not seem surprised that Jack felt like there was a window to steal it away there. Wavy flick towards the top right. Jack has boost to work with, though. So he's not in as bad of a position. Yo, OPXC. Thank you for the tier 1 for 7 months. Happy anniversary. Yeah, I guess it is the anniversary. 7-month anniversary. What'd you get me? A tier 1? Wow. That's exactly what I wanted. How'd you know? Jack, back wall double to make it 2-1. Certainly a lot less scoring in this game. Wavy missing his wave dash on the back wall, which resulted in the ball passing out to Jack and him being on the wrong side of the play. So a very big miss. Jack too lateral of an air dribble. He had the reset, but by the time he could make any sort of move on it, it had already made its way to Wavy, where Wavy could take it away. Double jump, bump. Wavy sneaks out underneath it. Makes the save. We'll take the air dribble from the back corner. The reset musty. Oh my goodness, Wavy. Jack gonna drop him the nice shot. Good use of the air roll from Wavy after the resets to put himself in flick position right away. And he will tie it up 2-2. That play would never work in my gold lobby. So true. Jack using a ton of boost to stay on this ball right now. Wavy goes for the greedy save. Maybe he recognized as well that Jack was kind of using all of his boost for not much outcome. And if he could get a save off the back wall, he could capitalize on that. But he wasn't able to. Jack now in the air. Another setup on the first couple touches that he feels there's nothing to do with. So he just leaves the ball. Maybe going to guide this into the corner. No boost grab, but can chase the ball down. It's going to be awkward for Jack to try and turn around to make a play, and he does enough to even buy himself time to steal the back corner boost. Jack on the bounce dribble. Didn't really have a great angle to threaten everything on nets. The only cut he could make is one that could, just barely bring it back on target, so he couldn't really fake from left to right post, which was one of the best benefits of those normal bounce dribble hook shots. But he was trying to start his from the attacking corner, which can be tough to get it to a position where it's most effective. Wavy gonna get a long shot to make this 3-2. The kind of lead that in the previous game would be silly to even talk about, but it does seem like goals are much harder to come by here. Jack winning the ensuing kickoff possession by getting a full dribble in his back corner and a nice revert back to the ball off of what looked like the initial bump attempt. He double jumps here, thinks about bumping and says, no, I need to go back and get one more touch because Wavy is waiting on the ground. He still ends up getting his bump, but one more on the ball as well. Wave dash kickoff, that worked about as good as it possibly could for Wavy. So he'll be right back in the lead. Hey, Fear, do you still require people to have at least 100,000 followers on Twitter to get a photo? Did I say that at some point? Certainly sounds like me. Maybe I'll say that after I have 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Then it will be only photos with people like me with 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Wavy doubling off the back wall. I will also allow photos. Oh my goodness, what a nasty shot. It was more than just a double. It was a reset double to the back wall. You actually did say that though? Yeah, I kind of do remember some joke like that. Promise it was a joke. The World Championships is too close and I am planning on going there. I don't want people afraid to come say hi because they think I actually care. Jack, what a 50. Wavy, nice recovery though. To not allow the quick goal, and he doesn't even need to shoot here, and he won't. He is going to wait it out and eat away precious more seconds at the cost of maybe a chance on net, but I think it's a good trade. Demo will ice the game. Wavy going to go up 2-1. It's a best of 7. He has already beat his game output from the last time these two played. But he's going to need 2 more to finish it all the way off. As he puts one on for the fans in the final moments. 2-1 Wavy. Old Feer would have respected his audience enough to get the joke. I just can't win. I just can't win. Why it took me so long to realize. Game number 4. Pressing all the crazy buttons at the start of the game. Wavy going to start with a kickoff goal. Wall dash from Jack. An attempt to gain a bit of speed for a demo. Wavy, ooh, almost able to take advantage of a missed dash. Have to give credit to Jack there for being able to air roll enough to not making an easy shot. But then Wavy just chipping this one to a position that Jack felt like he couldn't protect from the back wall, so instead he had to turn in shadow, and just not going to be easy to make that save. Big C99, thank you for the... Oh, that should have been a goal, no? That felt like a kickoff goal for Wavy that went wide. Thank you for the brand new Prime, though. Contributing to that Prime till full time. Is that the sub count? Yeah, that's it. In a way, it is the sub count. It's not the Twitch sub count. If that was my Twitch sub count, you guys would never hear from me again. I would be on a yacht, laughing at the poors. Someone post that to Reddit. Hopefully you're talking about the cool shot and not anything I said. Lies, you would still hustle. You actually were probably right. I don't think anybody who gets to 90,000 Twitch subs is a non-hustler. They're probably actually the opposite of sitting on a yacht. They're just grinding out every second. Jack, wall to air dribble, gets the reset, uses it right away on the carry without any challenge from Wavy. Gonna try and pin it in that top left. Now Wavy backing off. Sitting on a pad, able to clip the ball as he flies through his challenge. Had to lean back to stop the angle that Jack went for. He's gonna shadow again, another save. This might be that defense that Jack was talking about. These situations feel pretty favorable for Jack. I felt like Wavy was just almost certainly going to get scored on. You can only do that so many times and get away with it. But Wavy just got away with it 3 consecutive times. And now he's actually back on offense, so quite the defensive stand. Wavy wanted to cut that infield. He wanted to kind of make it look like he was taking it to the corner for the 100 to convince Jack to go there, and then instead cut the angle much tighter and beat him out to the midfield. But Jack was not thinking about boosts. He had his eyes on a bigger prize, which was a demo, and he actually ended up getting it here. Jack, first touch on his wall to air dribble, nowhere near the net. So he'll use the catch to adjust it. And now a backwards dribble. Haven't seen one of those since Mile. Still wasn't a very long backwards dribble. Mile used to try and take him like half the field in reverse. What a placement. Oh my goodness, Jack. Jack just pinpointed the top left. He's crediting Wahvey's defense. There's no defense that stops that shot. My goodness. (3-3). Wahvey's defense held it at 3-1 for a while. But Jack has found his way to tie the game. And it has to do it off of absurd shots like that. It has to be perfection, apparently, with the way Wahvey is defending. But Jack is capable of doing that. This flick will be denied. Not perfection by Wahvey's standards. Ooh, not able to pin Jack down. He thought he got a decent enough flick that he had time to turn, grab boost, and prevent Jack from being able to escape like this. But really great first touch from Jack. A bit awkward, especially with the ball kind of behind the play. Maybe throwing the camera off slightly. Still, the perfect catch and the perfect counter. 4-3 for Jack. He's trying to tie this up 2-2. Wahvey not going to try and score this. Recognizes that Jack is there to stop that. So instead, stay slightly ahead of the ball. Let the 50 happen and then steal the boost. And once you have the 100, then use your advantage to get the goal, which eventually he does. Jack. Ooh, what a wall dash to chip the ball. We don't see those very often. I think we'll see them a lot more as time goes on. I could see that as a progression of any mechanic. You know, first you're just using it to speed up when you have open field and nothing to think about. But once you get comfortable with it, you can start using it to get movements on the ball as well. Little shots or chip ups from those wall dashes. Jack gonna make it 5-4, 32 seconds. Wahvey put himself in a great spot if he can manage to force this to OT. Not allow Jack to equalize the series. Jack has no interest in that. His flick, again, not perfect enough by Wahvey's standards. He will deny that one, but right now Jack doesn't need perfection. He needs possession. And possession is what he still has. Wahvey steals the back corner. Decent enough 50 from Jack, who stays glued to the ground, and Wahvey can't keep it up. Jack will take game number 4 as we head equal into game 5. Game 5, Jack and Wahvey. Wahvey into Jack's corner off the kickoff. Using the wave dash and then just chilling behind the ball, waiting for Jack to chip it into him. Doesn't want to be too close to the play where Jack could actually maybe get a 50 and kind of use Wahvey's car as a wall to help pinch it out. He backs off. He says, you're going to have to just give me the ball clean. I'm the one with the boost. You're the one that needs to panic. Wahvey going to get another one of these wave dash kickoffs that just go straight down the middle. Wahvey wanted the wave dash kickoff. Lost so heavily that he ended up using his flip to recover and not dash. Just a really clean standard kickoff on the diagonal from Jack. Getting to the center of the ball. And flipping through. Punishing Wahvey for not being as quick. Jack, flick top left. It's another high-scoring first few moments of the game as everyone is scoring on their first possession they earn off kickoff, which means it's going to be very important to win possession on kickoffs this game. Jack delay kickoff, huge delay as well. Not even hear the ball. Still Wahvey not able to read it. I'm sure he'll be prepared for those a little bit more going forward. The ball falls into net slightly, but Wahvey will get it out. Oh my goodness, Jack seems to have locked in on the ground game right now and is looking for Moxie-like flicks. Found one earlier. Can he find it again? Wahvey looking for a boost star play. You see him just popping the ball, soft shots, but all of them at crossbar heights. Just trying to pull the boost out bit by bit from Jack. Even doing so now, even without the boost advantage, he's just kind of backing off and expecting to get a clean possession. Jack's being a maniac. That's working out. He has wanted to play this game at a faster pace the whole series long. And Wahvey got a good bounce off the side wall, almost into a long shot. Jack now taking the back corner, wanted the demo. Wahvey dodges it, but it costs him his boost to do so, and it puts him out of position on that dribble. Waits. Jack needs to score this. He will. All from the bump attempt. Sure, Wahvey dodged it in theory by jumping, but that's not what he wanted to do. He did not want to have to try and carry a low boost dribble on the 30 boost that he had. He was forced into that choice by Jack, and it ended up being a very similar result to if he had just accepted the death and taken the demo. Jack gonna attack again into Wahvey's half off the kickoff. Another threatened demo. Probably the result that got him a goal, or the reason that he got the goal. Wahvey putting himself so far out of position because he knows he can't slow down there in that corner. And now another kickoff, 5-2. Jack, can he get an angle? Didn't seem to commit to it very hard. He went for a very soft touch. Instead, looked to play off of Wahvey's clear. Wahvey gonna go for a sidewall. Jack tried to pinch it. Wahvey tried to pre-pinch it. I mean, not really pinch, but he tried to pop it off the side wall because he noticed Jack was gonna look to stop his aerial by going for the pinch, and if he could get just underneath the ball and chip it up over the top of him, and Jack would look silly bouncing against the side wall, and he could probably beat him to the net, but Wahvey missed his touch. And Jack is rewarded. Now a kickoff that technically falls into the possession of Wahvey, but it's going to be apparently Jack. Chance on net. Could have been a goal the first time around. He wanted to catch Wahvey diving into the corner, but credit to him, pre-flipping for the save. Minute 30. Wahvey needs 4 goals. Could afford to have this one. Pre-flip flick. Gets eaten up by Jack. Seemed like maybe he was going to take his sweet time attacking as he cut it towards his own half, but ultimately booms it out behind Wahvey as soon as he gets Wahvey out to the midfield, and Wahvey not the clear he would have wanted. Jack being a pest just outside his net, undercutting Wahvey and throwing him off, discarding him on his way to his 6-goal lead. Fake kickoff. Wahvey read it late, so he's got no boost to work with. The earliest possible read, usually only ever happening when someone's been doing it a lot during a series. There's somebody holding almost all their boost back. But Wahvey's done a good job of making something decent out of a 0 boost possession at midfield, which can be hard to do. Now Jack definitely going to have to give control of the ball away. I think he knew there was no way he'd be able to protect that bounce on the side wall. So you see him grab the boost and just leave. Wahvey faking up into the air. Or really just faking a carry that could go high. That's why Jack jumps. Maybe drops it back down for the low 50. Wahvey needs every kickoff to go his way. This was a very Jack favorite kickoff. So that probably ends the game. Not that it wasn't, you know, maybe over before that, but with 5 goals, 25 seconds, you could, in theory, get 5 kickoff wins. They just have to be really, really quick goals. Jack gonna put himself on match point here. Try and deny the challenger. GG's. Wait, it's best of 7. It's best of 7. Jack is toxic. Thought he just won game 5. The crazy thing is Jack knew too. Oh, that's what I was gonna say, but game 6 in a best of 7. In case you didn't know, a nice long best of 7 for the playoffs, where the money is earned. Jack winning the best of 5 against Wahvey and dropping the GGs. Is that a premonition of what's to come? Or will Jack just continue to ice it up and win in game 6 and 7? A fake from Wahvey to give him the lead. Jack chaining some dashes to get a demo. Now rushing back to this ball. Less to make a shot, but want to just keep the possession going. But heavy touch will end it, or at least make his possession a lot worse. He should still have it, but he could have kept Wahvey on low. He's going to try and go the distance of the field now at ceiling heights and not succeed. Use his reset to dash back. And Wahvey will pop it over the top and get a second goal. There's no doubt that the mental of thinking you already won the series and then having to keep playing probably is not peak mental to finishing off a series. But I expect Jack to be able to shake it off quickly. Right now he is down to Wahvey. Oh, what a clean catch. I think it just kind of worked out that way. There's no way he could have known Jack would put it right on his car. But he did catch it without a single bounce, it would seem. Jack does not pick up the midfield boost. It spawns only after he returns back down to the ground. Wahvey using the reset way too late. This should be Jack's first goal, barring a humongous collapse. Apparently Jack, a chance on net here. Easier than I thought it was even going to have to be. I thought maybe it was going to need a pre-flip or something to get there in time, but it was just a pretty hefty win in his favor. And he's going to try and get another one. This one a little bit tougher. Maybe he'll be back sooner. Jack using the flip after his touch on the ball to get back into the dribble. Wasn't the cleanest of catches, but has control now. Getting boost steals last time. He made too heavy of a touch. Allowed Wahvey to get it clear. This time, he might not make that same mistake. Continues to attack high. Wahvey cannot be having much boost left over. And now Jack, it's finally come time to take advantage. Oh my goodness, if Wahvey made that save. Wahvey was much closer than I felt like he would ever be for a top left or top right shot. But I guess only in slow-mo was it really that close. I think at the end of the day, Wavey's going to have a tough time making that save. Wave dash. Bumped. Oh, Wavey! That absolutely needs to be a goal. I think that's the second one I've seen from Wavey. That one was much more egregious. He got himself a free goal and did not convert on it. Double jump bump. Oh, that's got to hurt. That has got to hurt. Wavey should be tied in this game. Instead, he's having to defend against everyone's least favorite attack to defend against. And it doesn't work out. Wavey reads the challenge. But Jack comes in with enough speed that there's not enough time for Wavey to fully drop the ball to the ground to win his 50. Or at least to win it outright. He won it slightly to keep the possession going. And he will eventually convert. Wavey playing keep away as Jack chases him down. This has happened many times in Jack's games, where he has looked for those bump plays. Hasn't always been able to connect on them, but even when he's not hitting them, he's putting the opposition out of where they want to be, and oftentimes being able to use that to score. This demo, though, does not result in a goal. Wavey now has a low dribble. One with a few different options. Double jump bump being one of them, or transitioning it into a flick. Wavey kind of almost found himself right in between both. Gets his shot denied. Jack, an own goal for the century. It's not directly in his nets, but it might as well be, as Jack gets out to the ball in the midfield and just taps it in towards his nets. .44 with a minute left to go. Jack, wanting to keep his wheels on the ground, does not flip into that boost, therefore loses the race, but does have the quicker play on the ball despite having nothing to work with, and now he's going to have Wavey back off. It is the classic! The bounce dribble hook shots. This is why you don't give so much space in ones. If you're playing against a guy like Diaz, you don't give space because he'll attack you through the air, but Jack shows the classic 1v1 move. The bounce dribble, the hook shot. Nowadays, defenders, they play so close. They really don't let you get that kind of setup. Oh, Jack, what a read off the kickoff. Jack, gonna make it 6-4. Trying to finish out a series he already thought was over. And it's gonna be a fake kickoff, and Wavey just instantly scores. Wavey hit it so soft that he didn't lose possession. He saw the fake, and he got a bit of a dud touch by going up high over the center mass, which kept it right around with him. And then he scores it. Jack losing this one into the blue half. Wavey had to make a play on zero and lost the ball off the top of his car. Jack is just going to take his goal. So back to 2. Pretty similar position, I would say, to where Wavey was a moment ago. He shouldn't be too upset. He knew he was going to have to win a few kickoffs. And after he had already lost that kickoff, it's whatever. Just get back and try and win another. But I don't know if he won this one well enough. There's the bump. So there you go. He's got 10 seconds left. 11 seconds even to get one more. Jack, his fake kickoff meant to ice out the game and waste some time. Didn't work out. He does avoid the wave dash bump that Wavey's been using a ton. Has to send the ball away without any boost. Will pick up some of the midfield, but is not really near the ball. Wavey's going to try and dribble the length of the field. He's out of boost. It's over. Jack hits it to the ground. Now it's GG's. And the challenger will be denied as Jack moves on to face his teammates if he wants to make it all the way through the gauntlet. Well, he's going to face one no matter what in first killer, but he's going to have to face Chronic again if he manages to get the win.